Let me ask you something. Right now, at this exact moment, what are you doing with your life? Not in a dramatic sense, just this moment, this hour, this day. Because the truth most people avoid is simple. Life is not made of years. Life is made of moments. And every moment you spend, unconsciously, is a piece of your future disappearing quietly. Most people believe the difference between ordinary lives and extraordinary ones is talent, intelligence, opportunity. But if you look closely, that's rarely the real difference. The real difference is how people treat time. There is a small group of people, the 1%, who understand something most others never realize. They know time is not something you have. It is something you spend, and once spent, it never returns. Years ago, a student once came to a teacher and said, "Master, I want to be successful, but I feel like I never have enough time." The teacher smiled and handed him a cup. Then he began pouring tea into the cup. The cup filled, but the teacher kept pouring. Soon the tea spilled over the sides and onto the table. The student quickly said, "Master, the cup is already full." The teacher nodded. Exactly. Your life is the same. If your time is already filled with distractions, nothing meaningful can enter. This is where the 1% think differently. They are not obsessed with being busy. They are obsessed with being intentional. Most people wake up and immediately surrender their attention. Notifications, messages, endless scrolling, hours disappear without them even noticing. But the 1% protect their attention like it's gold. Because they understand something powerful. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is scattered, your life becomes scattered. If your attention is focused, your life becomes powerful. Think about this. Two people wake up with the same 24 hours. One drifts through the day reacting to whatever appears. The other chooses deliberately what deserves their time. At the end of a year, their lives look completely different, not because one worked harder, but because one worked with intention. The 1% also understand another truth most people ignore. They know that small decisions compound. It's not the occasional big effort that changes a life. It's the quiet daily choices. Reading instead of scrolling. Learning instead of complaining. Starting even when motivation isn't there. To the outside world, these choices seem insignificant. But repeated over months and years, they build something powerful. Momentum. And momentum is what carries people into extraordinary lives. There's another thing the 1% do differently. They respect their future self. Most people treat their future like a vague idea, something distant. I'll start next week. I'll figure it out later. I'll work on it someday. But someday is a dangerous word. Because someday quietly turns into years. The 1% don't wait for perfect timing. They understand that the future is built with today's actions. They ask themselves one simple question every day. Is what I'm doing right now moving me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, they adjust, not dramatically, just consistently, because they know life doesn't transform overnight. It transforms through daily direction. And perhaps the most important thing they understand is this: time isn't really about productivity, it's about awareness. When you become aware of your time, everything changes. You begin noticing how much of it disappears into meaningless things. You notice how often comfort replaces progress. You notice how easy it is to drift through days without intention. And once you see that clearly, something powerful happens. You begin living more deliberately. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You start using the moment you already have. And suddenly, time stops feeling like something that slips away. It becomes something you shape. So here is the quiet truth about the 1%. They are not superhuman. They don't have more hours in the day. They simply stopped wasting the life hidden inside their time. And you can start doing the same thing today. Not by transforming everything overnight, but by making one conscious decision. Right now, choose one thing that matters, one step toward the life you want, and give it your full attention. Because the difference between the 99% and the 1% isn't time. It's how they choose to spend it. And the moment you begin respecting your time, your life begins respecting you back.